Hello, beautiful souls out there. This is Dr. Destiny, your holistic health and nutrition coach. I am a licensed and I am certified health practitioner and nutritionist coach. And I teaches my clients about the whole man. The whole man is the mind, the body, and the soul. And that is what First Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 23 talks about. The whole man was that man that was in the Garden of Eden when Adam and Eve was in the garden before they sinned. They were the whole being created from the very breath of the creator God of the universe. But I am here to teach you about your whole man. We are working at bringing ourselves back to that whole state of being. That's where the creator created us, in his image and in his likeness. Hi, again, welcome to my YouTube channel, Destiny Forever Walks, Ph.D. I am Dr. Destiny. Like I said, I am a holistic health coach, Ph.D., for Doctor of Philosophy. So my people, we have been on this series now, talking about vitamins, minerals, and nutrients. For this is the third week of this series. Yes, we went through the fruits and vegetables, the ABCs of fruits and vegetables series, 26 weeks. We talked about all kinds of foods. We talked about all kinds of fruits and vegetables. And now, as we doing this series, talking about the vitamins, the minerals, and the nutrients, then we need to get into some of these vitamins. Where do we get these vitamins from when we're eating these foods, okay? And this is what this series is about. So I'm going to move fast because today I'm going to talk about food sources. I'm going to have a whole lot of food up here, and I want to get through this as quick as possible. I will be going back over this series here, the teaching of my study on the minerals, the vitamins, and the nutrients. I will be going back and forth. Like I said, I'm being very repetitious on this study because I want us to learn together. I want us to share information and knowledge together so we can grow together. So we are teaching each other. So whatever I'm doing on this channel, hey, don't just take my word. Like I said, I am licensed. I am certified to teach this. I am a holistic health coach and nutrition. I have that certification. I have that license to do this. But you don't have to take my word. Do your own research and do your own studies. So, like I said, we've been talking about all kinds of vitamins, 13 essential vitamins. Now, let me tell you what the 13 essential vitamins are. I'm going to skip the B right now, but it's A, C, D, E, and K. That's 5 of them. But then there is also 8. 8 plus 5 is 13. That comes out of the B complex family. And we have the B1, the B2, the B3, the B5, B6, B7, B9, and B12. And we already gone all over that. You're going to go back and replay these videos, the series 1 and the series 2. You can get all that information. So let's start now because we want to go into foods. Hey, Dr. Destiny, I'm getting all these foods, but what vitamins are in this particular food? What minerals are in this particular food? What about the nutrients, the nutrition values, Dr. Destiny? I'm going to talk about that briefly today. I'm going to give you a little bit of nuggets, a little bit of information to get you driving so you can go and do your own research as well. Okay, so let's start with the food sources. And this is part 3 of the series, talking about the vitamins, the minerals, and nutrients. Part 3. So welcome in and come on in and get your pads, your pencils, your paper, your headphones, or whatever you need. You got to get this information. And I am excited to bring this to you. So, like I said, we talked on a lot of this stuff, so I'm not going back over it on some of these things, but I'm going to start here. But we will go back and we will repeat a lot of this information over again because I want to be very repetitious. I said very repetitious because I want you to be able to get what I'm saying. Okay, so now let's go down to food sources. We talked about the fat-soluble vitamins. Your fat-soluble vitamins, they are your A, your D, your E, and your K. I'm going to say it again. Your fat-soluble vitamins are A, D, E, and K. Can you say that with me? Fat-soluble vitamins are A, D, E, and K. So let's go in and let's talk about these fat-soluble vitamins. Vitamin A. You can get vitamin A from dark, I gotta find this stuff up here. Dark color fruits. And I just got a plum here. But you can get dark grapes. I mean, any fruit that is of dark color, you can get that vitamin A from dark color fruits. I just picked up a plum, okay? So that is where you can get vitamin A from. Also, you can get vitamin A from leafy vegetables like your kale, your broccoli, and your spinach. Now, and I'm going to tell you people, this stuff is very expensive in the store. Buying it individually was a lot of time and a lot of money. Excuse me, open this. But I got a mixture of kale, all kinds of spinach, different things like arugula, all kinds. But you can go and get this individually as in your produce section, and you can get things like kale, broccoli, and spinach. But I got a whole mixture because when I started picking up all that stuff individually, it was very costly. But I just want you to know that you can get vitamin A from dark leafy vegetables, as I said, kale, broccoli, and spinach. Okay, what do you get from your vitamin D? Roughly with vitamin D, you know people always talk about your oranges. And then I dropped one. The most beautiful one. But oranges, you can roughly get your vitamin D from oranges. Also, you can get vitamin D from fortified cereal. Make sure your cereal is whole grains. And that is a very good source of fiber also. So you can get vitamin D from fortified cereals. I got a lot of different things up here, so I'm just going to give you some brief ones. So vitamin D, oranges, fortified cereal. Make sure it is whole grains. Okay, so move on. Vitamin E. I'm just giving you some things. Vitamin E, you can get vitamin E from avocado. Avocado is a good source of vitamin E. And again, let's go back and talk about these deep, dark, rich, green vegetables. Like I said, spinach, broccoli, kale, asparagus, turnip greens. And just grab them up in the store. Get as much leafy vegetables that you can, because this is your source of vitamin E. Now, I don't have my papaya, but you can get it from papaya. You can get vitamin E from your mangoes. You can get vitamin E from things like, I'll make my nuts. These are greens. These are nuts, seeds and nuts and things like this. These are nuts. Just get you some nuts. Now, we got to be careful of the amount of intake, and I'm going to talk about that at the end. The RDI amount of intakes, because there is a specific amount that you need to be taking, because you want to overdo anything, okay? But these are some of the things I'm talking about when it comes to your seeds and your nuts and your grains. And these are seeds as well. Things like chia seeds. Chia seeds, they are very healthy. I mean, they're so good. You can make these in your food or put them in smoothies. But these also are seeds, and this is hemp seeds. So we got hemp seeds. All of this these things has like omega-3s and omega-6. Grab up some seeds, okay? These are seeds, and I want you to make sure that you're getting these from your vitamin E. Also, you have stuff like wheat germs. You know, we can get like from wheat germs or wheat germ oil. I don't think I have it up here, but it's another grain that you can be able to get stuff from. These are also part of that. So, let's talk about vitamin K. Now, vitamin K is like Genesis chapter 1, verse 29 talks about, and I call that my Genesis 1-2-9 diet. Now, that is your seed-bearing grains. Oh, wow. What kind of grains? Okay, rice is a grain. Quinoa is a grain. And this is where you get your vitamin Ks. I didn't get cauliflower, but you can get it from cauliflowers, Cereals again, make sure your whole grain cereals, make sure your cereals are fortified. These are whole grains, which is a good source of fiber. You can also get them again, like from your dark green vegetables. Here they are again, like broccoli, Brussels sprouts, asparagus. And I did get asparagus. This is your asparagus. You can get these from asparagus. And these are very good source of vitamin K. Also, like I said, you can get these dark leafy vegetables, spinach, arugula, all kinds of different spinaches and things in here, which is very healthy. And that's what you need to get your vitamin K from. Collard greens, kale, turnip greens, and all that, okay? So that is another source. Also, we got broccoli that you can also get, like I said, your vitamin K from as well. Now, let's talk about, now these were your fat soluble vitamins. Remember, A, D, E, and K are your fat soluble vitamins, A, D, E, and K. And I told you about the different foods you can get that from. So now let's move on and talk about the water soluble vitamins. And we talked about this a lot in the last video, series part 2. So these are mostly where your your 8 essential vitamins come from your B complex family. So we're going to start talking about that. Your water soluble vitamins are your B1 vitamin, which is your thiamine, and you get legumes. Legumes is nothing but like beans. That's what that is. Excuse me for a minute. I'm sorry, somebody was calling me. Beans, you can get beans, lentils, all that. That's where your beans come from. These are lentils and beans. That's where you get your things for your B1 complex. And like I said, also you have your nuts. And you have like your seeds and grains, like I told you, the hemp. And also chia seeds, you can get flax seeds. It's all these things that's very significant and important for your diet. Peas, you can go out and get peas. And your whole grains, you can get whole grains out of oats. Make sure your oats are steel cut or your rolled oats, because when the oats are being milled, they are taking away the vitamins from that. So make sure your vitamins are organic, and make sure they are steel cut, or make sure they are the rolled oats. And you can get all of that with vitamin B1 from those things, whole grains. That is whole grains, okay? Now let's talk about vitamin B2. Your vitamin B2 is your riboflavin, and we talked about the riboflavin with your vitamin 2. And let's we get same thing. We just repeating same thing. Whole grains and cereal. Whole grains and cereal, whole grains and cereal, whole grains and cereal. Get all of that from whole grains and cereal. Enrich grains and cereal. Plants, as I said already, are your asparagus, which you already seen, and your avocados. I already showed you. You can get artichokes. I'm just all over the place because mushrooms is very good. You can get it from mushrooms, parsley, and then they have the citrus vegetables such as broccoli, like I said, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, spinach, dandelion greens. I saw them in the store, but I didn't get them. And even watercress. Those are your citrus vitamins. They are called superfoods. They are very healthy and wholesome. These where you get your vitamin B2 vitamins at with your riboflavin. Now let's talk about your niacin, which is niacin. You know that is the vitamin B3, right? Now, also, let's talk about that avocado. That's where you're going to get vitamin B3. Again, your fortified cereals, your legumes, which is, I'm all over the place. That's your beans. And your legumes, your beans. And then again, like I said, these are where you get your nuts. These are vitamin B3. They're nice. That's where you can get all of that from. And also, you can get it from the, potatoes, sweet potatoes, or your Idaho, your baked potatoes, whatever. You can get that vitamin B3 right there from potatoes as well. Now, your vitamin B5, that is your panthenic acid. And what you get from the vitamin B5, you can get it out of avocado. Again, guys, we talked about the broccoli already, the kale, and other vegetables in the cabbage family. And you know what your legumes are. There are your beans and things, and your lentils. That's where you get your vitamin B5. And I talked about your this is just asparagus. You can get that from asparagus as well. And also, I talked about your mushrooms. Mushrooms are very good source of vitamin B5. And I talked about your sweet potatoes and your white potatoes as well. And your whole grain cereals. I'm just being repetitious. This is your vitamin B5. Repetitious, no repeating, but these are some of the foods you can get your vitamins out of. Let's go to vitamin B6. Vitamin B6 is your pyridoxine. Pyridoxine, vitamin 6, again, your avocados. Now, we can talk about the banana, but bananas is a lot of vitamin B6. Also, your legumes, which you know already. These are your beans, your lentils and things, your whole grains, like your cereals. As I said before, when you come to whole grains, make sure they're still cut out of their whole natural grains, because when they've been milling, the process, it removes a lot of the vitamins from that food. And so let's make sure we're getting whole grains, still cut, okay? Then your vitamin B7, which is a biotin. Vitamin B7, you can get that from chocolate. And I should have chocolate up here, but I don't. But the cereal, you already saw your whole grain cereals, your legumes, which is your beans. And you saw all your nuts and things. That's your vitamin B7. You can get that from those different types of foods. So there's a whole lot of more foods that I'm not even mentioning right now. But I'm just giving you some ideas and things to get your jump start so you can start doing your own research and find more. Now, that was your vitamin B7, chocolate, cereal, legumes, and your nuts. So let's talk about your vitamin B9, which is your folate or your folic acid, Again, that's your asparagus, that is your broccoli, and like I said, your beans. You can make a lot of different beans, or cooked beans. I mean, if I'm talking about cooked beans, like pinto beans, lady beans, kidney beans, lima beans, red beans, just beans. These are legumes. Fortified cereals, which I already showed you. Your fortified cereals, I got all up here. Your fortified cereals. And then I told you also about your beautiful leafy green vegetables. You don't want to leave these out. Spinach and romaine lettuce and all those different things in here. You don't want to lose that. That is where you get all your B9 vitamins. As well as I told you, you can get it from oranges and orange juice, as well as peanut butter and your wheat germ. That is where you can get some vitamin B9. Vitamin B9, that's your folate. So grab some peanut butter. Make sure your peanut butter is organic and it's all natural. Don't have anything else in other than just peanuts. Okay, so let's do the last one. That is your vitamin B12, which is cobalamin. And that comes from fortified foods such as soy milk and fortified foods and things like milk and milk products, which I don't teach on that because I don't do dairy. I'm vegan. But your choice may be different. So I'm not going to tell you what to eat, what diet to eat, or your choices of foods. That has to be your decision, your choice. But I am a vegan, so I don't eat dairy products or even meats. But to get vitamin 12, we have to basically, for vegans, use some type of supplement. And a liquid supplement for a vegan, for vitamin B12 is the best. So let's run through your vitamin C. Your vitamin C, the food sources, like I said, I got them all up here somewhere. But like I said, it could be your broccoli, your Brussels sprouts, your cabbage, your cauliflower, citrus fruits, things to that nature. As I said, potatoes, either white potatoes, or you can do it from your sweet potatoes as well. And then maybe strawberries and things like that. And then even your tomatoes. You can get your vitamin C tomatoes. Those are beautiful. And I don't have strawberries up here, but you can get that from that as well. And don't never leave out your leafy green vegetables, okay? So that's where your vitamin C comes from. Now let's talk about some side effects. So, because there will be for some people that cannot eat everything. So some side effects may be, many people think that if some is good, then a lot is better. You better debunk that myth, because that's not true. This is not always the case, my people. High doses of certain vitamins can be toxic. I said it, Dr. Destiny, toxic in natural foods and vegetables and cereals and grains and all those seed-bearing foods that you're talking about. That Genesis chapter 1 verse 29, it can be toxic, because sometimes people want to overdo things. They think that it's like, get some, it's good for me, then I can do a whole lot more, which is a lot better. But that's not always the case, not always true. That is not always the case, because high doses of certain vitamins, it can be toxic for your body. So you need to talk to your health practitioner, your dietitian, or your nutrition coach, or whoever, and find out what is best for you, because everybody's body does not operate the same. Everybody's body does not, hold things within the body like it maybe it should, because we're different. We're built different. And so that's another whole story. Let me talk about the recommendations. And I told you about the RDA. The recommended dietary allowances, which are RDAs for vitamins, reflect how much of each vitamin most people should get each day. So you got to go by that plan, because getting out there and trying to do it and thinking that I gotta grab all this and that, it may be too much for your body. So you make sure that the recommended dietary allowances for vitamins reflect how much of each vitamin most people should get each day. The RDA for vitamins may be used as goals for each person. How much of each vitamin you need depends now on your age as well as your sex. Other factors, such as pregnancy or your health condition, that is also something you need to be taken into consideration, because that is absolutely so important. So the best way to get all of the daily vitamins you need is to eat, my people, a balanced, healthy, wholesome diet, a seed-bearing grain diet that contains a variety of fruits, like you just seen up here, vegetables, legumes, with your dry beans, your lentils, and all the whole grains. All these foods, I just show you, people. This is what you better start eating. This is what Genesis chapter 1 verse 29 talks about in the Bible. So I recommended the Genesis 1-9 diet, which is the diet of the Creator God of the universe, which is found, as I said, I'm repetitious, it's found in Genesis chapter 1 verse 29. I also recommend the High Hallelujah diet, which I've been talking about that a little bit, and I'm going to get more into that as I continue to go further into this study, into this research. Because I found out about there was a Hallelujah diet, and also supplements. Because I was praying, I said, there gotta be more. See, I've been taking all of these healthy vitamins and things for a very long time, many years, before that thing hit us through this pandemic. I always had my elderberry, because I was always supporting my immune system. I was getting all these supplements, because I know we don't always get it in foods, because our foods has been messed up, people. It has been messed up because all the GMOs, all the fertilizer, all those things, the processes they do to our food messed up. So we need some supplements to be able to help our bodies to get all the 13 essential vitamins that we need to support our immune system and health. And I thought I was getting it all, because I was faithful. I've been faithful with these for the last 5-6 years, and I thought I'm doing great. So when the seed thing hit around this pandemic, about back in was it 2020, I think, I did good. I did great. Because I was always had been supporting my immune system. I continue supporting my immune system. I continue to use my supplements, my vitamins, and all those different things, all the supplements that I needed. But lo and behold, my people, I thought I was, I was doing what I needed to do. But then, January 6th, 2022, it hit me. It hit me. Yes, it hit my body. It took over my body. I was like, no, this can't happen to me because I was doing everything I thought I was needed doing. I've been doing it for 6-7 years. I've been loading up on my vitamins. I've been loading up on my supplements. I've been eating a healthy diet. I've been eating all these grain seeds and stuff. I'm like, oh, okay, but you got to. I overcame it because I was determined I was going to fight through it. But I realized there got to be more. And I said, Chris, there got to be more. There got to be somewhere there's supplements, there are vitamins, there are foods. I said, there gotta be something like a hallelujah. I'm just talking. And lo and behold, it popped up on my screen a few minutes after I said that. A hallelujah diet. And I said, now that put God back into the equation. Hallelujah is the highest praise. That put God back in the equation. That's why I found the hallelujah diet, because I was talking to him. I was talking to the divine creator. I was saying that gotta be something, because how this thing can come catch up to me. Thought I was eating on everything. Healthy, wholesome. I won't eating meats. I'm not eating dairy products. I'm eating grain cereal. I'm eating all those seed bearing plants. I'm eating all this. I'm using every supplement that I think I need. And it got to me. But I still overcome. I'm back, I'm stronger, I'm healthier, I'm just like, I'm just gonna put it out there. But I just said, there gotta be more. Hallelujah. I said, gotta be a hallelujah, some kind of plan. I ain't never heard of hallelujah diet, but when I prayed that prayer to the divine creator, he dropped that link of the hallelujah diet and supplements into me. So I'm gonna share that with y'all later on, okay? So, I recommend when I have talked a little bit about it, that you look more into the hallelujah diet, which is a very much like the diet that I told you about in Genesis chapter 1 verse 29. Now, dietary supplements are another way to get the vitamins you need if the food you eat is not supplying enough vitamins. Apparently, what I was doing, it was not supplying everything that I need. It was not giving me the 9 essential amino acids that pertains to whole protein. It was not giving me those 13 essential vitamins that I needed for my body to fight when that thing came against me, when that seed came up against me. My immune system gave in. So I want to make sure that my supplements are whole and totally natural, totally full of nutrients and the right vitamins that I need. Supplements can be helpful though. Also, my people, listen, for you pregnant people that are talking about getting pregnant. It can be helpful during pregnancy and for special medical problems. Dietary supplements are another way to get your vitamins. Now remember that if you need it, because if you need to get it through your foods, there's another way to get the vitamins if you need it to get through your foods, and if your foods are not supplying what you really need. Supplements can be helpful, again I say, during pregnancy and for special medical problems. And I'm not concluding this. So if you take supplements, and I talked about supplements in I think the video before, I show you a whole lot of different supplements. I mean, pulling that all out today. But if you take supplements, do not take more than 100% of the RDA unless you are under a provider supervision, a medical doctor, a health practitioner, or whatever, or a dietitian. If you take supplements, people, listen, do not take more than 100% of the RDA unless you are under the provision of a health care practitioner, a dietitian, a medical doctor, or any kind of provider's supervision, okay? Be very careful about taking large amounts of fat-soluble vitamins. And we already went through the fat-soluble vitamins, but you got to be very careful about taking your fat-soluble vitamins supplements as well. And these include your vitamin A, your vitamin D, your vitamin E, and your vitamin K. Those are your fat-soluble vitamin supplements that I was telling you about. Be very careful now in taking large amounts of the fat-soluble vitamin supplements. These, like I said, these fat vitamin soluble supplements, or the fat soluble vitamin supplements, like I said, I'm gonna repeat it. Your vitamin A, your vitamin E, your vitamin D, and your vitamin K. These vitamins, my people, the reason why you have to be careful, because they are already stored in your fat cells in your body. They already in your body, already stored there. Creator already put it there. He put everything that he put in you from the very beginning of the foundation of the earth. When he put himself into you, he breathed the life of breath. That's how you became that whole man. He put all those things in you, all those fat soluble vitamins that you needed. He already had stored them in the cells, and they can build up in your body if you continue to put too much of it, because they're already in you. And they can build up in your body and may cause very harmful effects in your body and your health. So that's it. I'll be back and we're going to talk more about some other things. But my people, let me tell you something. Get your hands on these grain berry seeds. My people, you got to get these vegetables. You got to get these vegetables. You got to get these leafy green vegetables in your diet. You got to get yourself fruits. You got to get yourself fruits. This is what the Creator wants. Whole grain cereal. I mean, whole grain things. You gotta get fortified. Just get this stuff in your hands. I mean, you know, your health matters. It doesn't matter about the cost of it. You're worth it. Your mind, your body. The whole man is worth it, my people. So I'm going. Thank you. This is talking about food sources where you can get all your vitamins, and your minerals, and your nutrients from. It's just part of it. Go and do your own research and come back and share your information with me in the comment section. And let's continue to learn and grow and learn to be healthy. And come along and grow with me as we become healthy, whole, healed, and complete. And as we become back to the state of the whole man. This is it. Food sources, vitamins and minerals and nutrients. I will see you at the next video. This is series part 3. Namaste, lovely people.